Hey, hello, and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen. And tonight we've got a special request came in, and that was on last a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago's bean cassoulet recipe, and that was from Greg in Japan. He said, "Hey, Kevin, do you think you could make a thick, hearty soup that would be ready in minutes?" Now, I hope you meant under 30 minutes when you said that, because it does take a little bit of time, but yeah, this one's quick to make. I call this quick and hearty beans and rice soup. So it's like beans and rice, but made into a soup, and I threw a bunch of other stuff in there too. In fact, there's cheese in here too. Yum yum. And look at it. This is so thick. It's like the Japanese rice porridge, really. Okayu. But it's pretty delicious. I had a taste of it, and it is good. Let's get some in there. Yeah. Come on. There's rice, there's beans, mushrooms, corn, some leeks, some cheddar cheese, and it's just and a bunch of rice, and it's good and thick. And look at that. Yeah, that's gonna fill you up. All right, so let's go in the kitchen, make some right now. All right, Greg, to make this soup, you're going to need a few ingredients. Across the front here, what I've got is 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then, here, 1 can of corn kernels, or kernel corn. Sounds like he's got a position in the army. You know what I mean. Little kernels of corn. And rinsed and drained. 1 onion, finely chopped, kind of finely chopped. Here, about 12 to 15 mushrooms, sliced to about a 1/4 inch or 5 millimeters thick. Here, a can of white beans, rinsed and drained. And these are not, I don't think these are cannellini. They look softer than cannellini beans, but still. Any bean, really. I mean, you could use black beans, you could use kidney beans, just some kind of bean in here to go with the rice. Then, over here, 2 leeks, and I've cut those into about 1/2 inch rounds or 12 millimeter rounds. Across the back, well, over here, cheese. That is 4 ounces or 110 grams of cheddar cheese, grated. Back here, 3 cups of cooked rice. Now that's what's going to save you time, is that you're going to use some leftover rice, because otherwise you got to cook it longer for the rice to cook, and you're going to need more liquid and all. So cooked rice, 3 cups, and then 4 cups of chicken stock, or if you wanted to make this all vegetarian, like you're vegan or something like that, you could go with a vegetable stock, and then it would be a total vegetarian meal, actually. Quite a good one, actually. All right, so I guess the cheese, sorry, vegans, I always forget about that. Cheese to me, I was just like, yeah, that's vegetarian. I guess it's not vegan though, is it? Right, okay, anyways, let's get things happening here, because as you know, in this kitchen, we're not vegetarian. I got the big pot here. I'm gonna throw in the butter. I'm gonna bring that up on medium heat, and just want to get that butter melting. All right. Butter's melted, so I'm going to toss the onion in there. And let's get all that in there. The onion, salt. And I'm going to cook that for about 5 to 6 minutes. Maybe a little bit more. I just want to soften the onions a bit. So this is probably going to be our longest cooking time right here, is softening up the onions. So 5, 6, 7 minutes. See you back here. All right, those onions have softened up a bit, so what I want to do now is I want to toss in the mushrooms and the leeks. And all I'm going to do is for about 4 or 5 minutes, just soften those up a bit. Maybe get a wee bit of browning on the mushrooms, not really, don't really need it, not in this soup. All right, so see you back here, 45 minutes. All right, so that's been going for just under 5 minutes. Looking good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the flour, sprinkle that across, kind of get it evenly in there, and stir it around. Just going to cook this for about a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes at the most. What I want to do is just, get the rawness out of the flour. So stir around, make sure that all the flour is getting hit by heat. Get into that butter. Do this for about a minute's usually good enough, but if you go over a little bit, it's okay. All right, so there we go. I've been stirring it around for about a minute. What we're going to do now is just start adding in a bit of the chicken stock just to deglaze anything on the bottom. So we go there. We can clean off that bottom. Just a little bit on there. That's good. That just adds. So you want to get that all up in there to get your sauce going. All right, add some more of that. Give it another stir around. Starting to look like soup ready. All right, let's get the rest of that in there. Okay, so I've got that in there. Now I'm going to add the corn. And it's looking nice. Get that rice in there. Now this is, as usual, of course, because I live in Japan, Japan's sticky rice, it's like a big clod of it. But that's all going to come apart in there when the liquid hits. It just starts to break apart. But what I've got here, as you can see, is a little bit of a leftover. So I'm going to throw a little liquid in there and just see if I can get that sticky rice out. Sticky rice is, our rice is like glue, but when it's just been cooked like this, it'll still come loose. There we go. All it takes is a little bit of liquid to get that out of there. We don't want to waste any rice. All right, okay. It's all the rice in there. Let's get the beans in there. All right, gonna bring that up to a simmer and then just simmer it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Just to get all that, it starts thickening up just a little bit because we've got that flour and butter in there and making a roux. So just a little, it won't thicken up that much, but it'll give it that heartiness that Greg's looking for, right? And of course we're gonna add more with the cheese. All right, so see you back here 8 to 10 minutes. All right, it's been simmering away there and getting nice and thick. I mean, look at that. It's like something, what we call in Japan, okayu, which is like a rice porridge. Now this is getting close to that. Now the cheese. Well, we're going to make it even heartier. Yes, in it goes. So in goes the cheddar cheese. And all I'm going to do now is, oh, there's a piece in there. I don't want to waste that. What I do now, just stir that in until it melts. And as hot as this is, that's not going to take long. All right. Okay. There we go. That is looking ready. So what I'm going to do now is grab a soup bowl, grab a ladle, we turn the heat off, and put it in a bowl. Ooh. That is a hearty, thick, oops, miss. What a mess. People say, why don't you work in a restaurant? Because I serve up messly. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna try some of that. Oops. That's the, be quiet. Stupid phones, huh? All right. Let's check that out. Hot. Yeah, that's got some oomph to it. Greg, I think you're gonna like this. All right, everybody. If you like this recipe, stick around. Check out a lot of the others because there are tons of original Kevin Riley Kuma's Kitchen recipes here on the YouTube channel. Also, there's more coming every week, so make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. Now, if you like to support this kind of thing, like you would like to support Kuma's Kitchen, hey, I've got a Patreon channel. Links down below. Always enjoy and happy to have your support because that's what keeps things going. Now, go. Make this. Make winter go away with this good hearty soup and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.